There are wounds in a family that time doesn't fully heal, not because people are stubborn, not because they're unforgiving, but because some wounds were created long before we knew how to express our needs, our fears, or our feelings. Many seniors today carry quiet regrets about their parenting years, not the big dramatic moments, but the subtle absences, the emotional distance, the missed chances to show warmth. And many adult children carry the same quiet ache, the kind you don't talk about, but you feel every day. Today, I want to tell you a story about a mother, her grown daughter, and 3 simple phrases, just a few words, that finally healed a wound decades in the making. These phrases don't require perfect timing, special talent, or fancy speeches, but when spoken with sincerity, they can heal faster than time itself. For those who are new here, welcome. This channel is a space for honest conversations about aging, family, and healing. I've spent years working with older adults, listening to their stories, especially the ones they rarely tell out loud. Stories of guilt, pride, longing, and second chances. I've also studied the research on emotional repair and parent-adult-child relationships. And what I've learned is simple. You are never too old to heal a relationship. And your child is never too old to feel the warmth they needed long ago. This is the story of Evelyn, a 74-year-old woman with silver hair, a quiet voice, and a lifetime of holding everything together. She raised 2 children, mostly by herself, while working long shifts at a textile mill. She wasn't unloving. She was simply overwhelmed, exhausted, and focused on survival. Her daughter Mara is 48 now. Successful, organized, careful with her emotions, almost too careful. For years, their relationship was polite, but hollow. Phone calls were short. Visits were strained. Conversations never went below the surface. Evelyn blamed herself, but didn't know how to fix it. How do you repair something you don't even understand? How do you reach a grown child who learned long ago that needing you was pointless? One day, Mara finally agreed to have lunch together. Just the 2 of them. It wasn't a reconciliation. It was more of a cautious step. Evelyn didn't know it yet, but that lunch would reveal the wound and the words that would finally start healing it. They sat near a sunny window in a small cafe. Evelyn commented on the weather. Mara commented on the menu. Both danced around the real reason they were there. Halfway through the meal, when the silence grew heavy, Mara finally said, "Mom, I need to tell you something, and it's not to blame you. I need you to know." Evelyn nodded, holding her breath. Mara swallowed hard. "When I was little, I always felt like you didn't see me. Not really. I knew you were working, I knew you were tired, but I felt alone most of the time. I learned very early not to bother you with my feelings." A single tear rolled down her cheek, quiet, controlled, almost embarrassed. Evelyn felt her heart break open, not because Mara was accusing her, but because this was the very pain Evelyn spent decades hoping wasn't true. She whispered, "Oh, honey, I didn't know." "I know," Mara said. "That's the thing. You didn't know. But I still felt it." And there it was, the wound. Not dramatic, not loud, just the ache of a child who felt emotionally invisible. This moment could have gone wrong in 100 ways. Many parents respond with, "I did my best," I didn't know how hard I worked, or that's not fair, or the most common, that was so long ago. But Evelyn did something different, something that changed everything. She said the first healing phrase. Healing phrase number 1, inside story. I hear you. Not defensive, not explaining, not correcting her daughter's memory. Just, I hear you. 3 small words, but they did what decades couldn't. They made Mara feel visible. According to relationship research from the Gottman Institute, emotional wounds heal when someone feels heard, not when situations are explained away. Validation reduces emotional activation and communicates safety to the brain. And in that little cafe, Mara's shoulders softened. She breathed more deeply. For the first time in years, she let her mother see her pain without shutting down. Evelyn leaned forward and gently added, I never wanted you to feel that way, and I'm so glad you told me. It wasn't perfect, but it was honest, and it was enough. Psychology tells us that emotional neglect, even intentional neglect, doesn't come from lack of love. It comes from lack of emotional presence. Dr. Jonas Webb, a psychologist who studies emotional neglect, says, children don't remember what wasn't there, but they feel it for the rest of their lives. Adults who grew up emotionally unseen often avoid vulnerability, become overly independent, struggle to ask for help, fear being a burden, or believe their feelings don't matter. This was exactly who Mara had become, not because of a bad mother, but because of a tired mother. And research is clear. Healing doesn't require rewriting the past. It requires rewriting the emotional meaning of the past. That happens through deeply validating statements like the ones Evelyn was about to say next. After a long pause, Mara said, I don't want you to feel guilty, Mom. I know you were doing everything alone. I wish I had felt like you wanted to know me. Evelyn reached across the table and took her hand, something she hadn't done in years. Her voice shook. Sweetheart, I never knew how to show it back then. No one showed me how, but I want to know you now, more than ever. And then came the second healing phrase. Healing phrase number 2, you deserved better. Mara froze. Her eyes widened. Her breath caught. These words hit deeper than an apology, deeper than an explanation, because this phrase does something powerful. It validates the child's emotional reality without destroying the parent's dignity. It doesn't say, I was a terrible parent, or you should resent me. It simply acknowledges, you were worthy of more comfort, more presence, more warmth. A 2018 study in Emotion found that acknowledgement of unmet childhood needs leads to significant relational repair in adults, even without rehashing past events. Mara began to cry, the real kind, not the controlled kind. Tears that come from finally feeling seen. Evelyn reached out again and said, I can't change those years, honey, but I can show up now, and I want to, truly. Mara nodded, wiping her cheeks. I think I've been waiting to hear that my entire life. The air between them felt different now, more honest. For the first time in decades, they were not mother and adult daughter playing polite roles. They were two humans finally meeting each other in truth. Mara whispered, so where do we go from here? Evelyn looked at her, eyes warm, steady, full of sincerity. And she said the third phrase, the phrase that changes the future.
Healing phrase number 3. I want to love you the way you need, not the way I learned. Mara blinked, stunned. These words weren't just healing the past, they were opening a new path forward. These words mean, teach me your emotional language. Show me how to show up. Let me learn you again. Our relationship can evolve. Neuroscience research from UCLA shows that when someone expresses a willingness to learn a new relational pattern, it creates immediate emotional safety. The brain shifts from protective mode to connection mode. Mara let out a shaky breath. I'd like that. I'd really like that.
They embraced, slowly, carefully, like people touching a scar with gentle curiosity rather than fear. And in that moment, something sacred happened. Time stopped being the main healer. Words became the healer. If you're watching this and you recognize yourself in Evelyn, if you tried your best, but your best still left your child emotionally hungry, please hear this. You don't need the perfect apology. You don't need to relive every painful detail. You don't need to punish yourself. You only need to offer emotional presence now. Start with these 3 phrases. 1. I hear you. This tells your child, your feelings matter. I am listening without judgment. 2. You deserved better. This tells your child, your emotional needs were valid. I see your younger self. 3. I want to love you the way you need, not the way I learned. This tells your child, I'm willing to grow, even now. These words don't erase the past, but they loosen its grip. They soften it. They give your child something new to hold on to. And for many families, that changes everything. Family wounds aren't healed by pretending nothing happened. They heal when someone finally says, I see the pain you carried, and I'm here now. You can't go back to the years when you were busy, tired, overwhelmed, or emotionally unequipped. But you can start today, gently, bravely, honestly. And here's the truth. Healing doesn't require perfect parents. It only requires present ones. And you can be that parent at any age. If this story touched your heart, if it reminded you of someone, or if it gave you hope for a relationship that still matters, please like this video, share it with someone who needs it, and subscribe for more healing conversations. You deserve peace. Your family deserves healing, and it's never too late to begin.